Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Bold and the Beautiful. Finn fails to protect Steffy next week. Bold and the Beautiful has Finn failing to protect Steffy Forrester after the Good Doctor's latest deed catches up with her next week on the CBS soap. These days, Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Wood, conjures up mixed emotions from fans. She gathered some sympathy after the horrendous ordeal she went through. But her snarky attitude took a little bit away from that. Plus, putting her nose into her brother's relationship cast a shadow over her for some Bold and Beautiful viewers. But Steffy showed some redeeming qualities by sticking up for her husband, Finn, to the naysayers this week. John Finnegan, Hannah Novlin, had a tough time processing Sheila Carter's Kimberlyn Brown death. But while he ruffled Steffy Forrester's feathers by attending her memorial service, she stood by him when others had some disparaging words to say about it. Her father, Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, both condemned Finn for going to his birth mother's service. But Steffy defended her husband's actions this week on Bold and the Beautiful, despite being irritated herself over his decision to attend Sheila's farewell. Finn seems to realize that Steffy went through an awful ordeal, yet his need for closure with Sheila appears to trump Steffy's problems. Also, Steffy Forrester said a few times on Bold and the Beautiful this week that she understood Finn's needs in processing the death of his mother, so she wouldn't stand in the way. But she still didn't like it. Finn says he understands that Steffy wrestles with taking a life, but it doesn't seem as if he can get past the fact that the life she took was his mother's. Or so they think today on B&B. After all, that 10-toe scene has to mean something. John Finnegan's latest move this week wasn't called for. Plus, it's bound to bring worry to Steffy Forrester. Protecting his wife comes in many forms, not just warding off physical harm. The already fragile mom of two didn't need to know what her husband dumped in her lap. So what was Finn thinking? B&B fans watched as Steffy had a hand in ruining the relationship of Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson. This put many Bold and the Beautiful viewers on the edge with the Forrester daughter. It also peeved her husband. Her actions in this matter tainted some fans' views on Steffy. But she's struggling, and the one person who should be there for her, her husband Finn, is failing her. Finn just added to her duress this week on Bold and the Beautiful. After the anxiety-riddled Deacon Sharp, Scene Cannon, spewed his theory to Finn, he ran with it. The spoilers hint that what she hears on Friday catches up to the Forrester daughter next week on B&B. John Finnegan didn't believe Deacon's spiel on Bold and the Beautiful this week, but he still took this theory home to Steffy. Sure, he told his wife that Deacon lost it completely. But the Bold and the Beautiful fans suggest he probably should have left off the part about the grieving boyfriend believing Sheila is still alive. While he will likely tell his wife that there's no way Sheila is still on this earth, it's too late. The deed is done. Finn planted a seed in an already fragile Steffy Forrester, so B&B fans suggest this wasn't thoughtful of the ordinarily doting husband. If John Finnegan thinks his late mother's boyfriend is off his rocker, and then spins a yarn that would upset his wife, why tell her? Spoilers hint that still waters run deep for Steffy Forrester next week. It looks like Finn's report on Deacon does nothing but put his wife on edge as the CBS soap rolls along. Head to Soap Dirt for the latest Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. In the glitzy, high-stakes world of Los Angeles fashion and intrigue, where love triangles are as common as the California sunshine, tensions simmer, passions flare, and alliances shift like sand dunes in a desert storm. And in the soap opera saga of Bold and the Beautiful, where the line between love and betrayal is as thin as a silk thread, the upcoming week promises a whirlwind of drama that will leave fans gripping the edge of their seats. As the sun sets over the sprawling cityscape, casting long shadows over the opulent mansions and sleek skyscrapers, the stage is set for a showdown that will rock the very foundations of one of the show's most beloved couples, Finn and Steffy. The camera pans across the lavish interior of the Forrester mansion, where Steffy Forrester, the fiercely independent and stunningly beautiful fashion mogul, stands at the window, gazing out at the twinkling lights of the city below. Her mind is a whirlwind of conflicting emotions as she grapples with the recent revelations that have shaken her to the core. Meanwhile, Finn, the dashing and devoted doctor who stole Steffy's heart, paces the floor of his office at the hospital, his brow furrowed in deep concentration. He knows that he holds Steffy's fragile heart in his hands, and he's determined to do whatever it takes to protect her from harm. But as the days unfold and the plot thickens, Finn finds himself ensnared in a web of lies and deceit that threatens to tear him apart. A shadowy figure from his past emerges, wielding a dark secret that could destroy everything Finn holds dear. As the tension mounts to a fever pitch, Finn's desperate attempts to shield Steffy from the truth only serve to push her further away. With each passing day, she drifts further into the clutches of danger, her trust in Finn wavering like a ship caught in a storm. Meanwhile, lurking in the shadows is a familiar face with a sinister agenda of their own. Brooke Logan, the cunning and calculating matriarch of the Forrester family, watches with cold amusement as the drama unfolds, her icy blue eyes glittering with malice. But amidst the chaos and turmoil, a flicker of hope remains. For in the heart of the storm, love still burns bright. And as Finn and Steffy's bond is tested like never before, they must find the strength to weather the storm together, or risk losing everything they hold dear. As the week draws to a close, the stage is set for a dramatic showdown that will leave hearts broken and alliances shattered. Will Finn rise to the challenge and protect the woman he loves, or will he succumb to the forces of darkness that threaten to tear them apart? Tune in next week to find out as the saga of Bold and the Beautiful continues to unfold in a whirlwind of passion, betrayal, and intrigue. B&B spoilers Friday, April 12. Finn has big news for Steffy. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B spoilers for Friday, April 12, 2024, tease a surprising day for Steffy just as she thought all was right with her world. Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McSinswood, thought all would be right with her world once Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, was dead and burned to a crisp in a crematorium. She would just be ashes, and Steffy made that happen by plunging a knife into her chest. Sure, she wasn't happy that John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlan, went to Sheila's funeral, but it's over and done with now and they can move on. Not so fast, Steffy. Finn comes home with some news. Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, thinks that the woman who was turned to ashes had 10 toes, which would mean she wasn't Sheila after all because Sheila had 9 toes. Steffy is floored and doesn't want to believe it. Could Sheila still be alive? Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., is also floored by this news and thinks that Deacon must be losing his mind. He tries to reason with Deacon and wonders if he should seek some help. Perhaps this is the grief talking. Ridge just doesn't see any way that Sheila is alive. That was quite clearly her body that was carted away and nobody else's. But Deacon will not be deterred. Send Forrester, Dylan Demetz, fully regrets what happened with Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, the night of Eric Forrester, John McCook, and Donna Logan's, Jennifer Gareis, latest wedding. He knows Luna didn't really want him, but he wanted her, and he still wants her. He has to confide in someone, so he tells Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, what he has been feeling. Will he tell Carter that he slept with Luna while she thought he was R.J. Forrester, Joshua Hoffman, because she was high on her mother's mints? Luna is ready to tell RJ the truth, but can she get the words out? If she does, will RJ understand that what happened was not cheating? It was non-consensual sex due to drugs. Does Luna even know that at this point? Tune into The Bold and the Beautiful weekdays on CBS to see how these stories play out.